Where do I begin? You see it magnified in a game like tonight where your offense is that bad that it puts that much pressure on trying to guard. You know, our leading scorers were 7 for 52. Our 4 leading scorers. It was a hard night by a lot of people. A lot of times you go into games and, you know, 1 or 2 are down, but we had a bunch of people that were down. You had 24 turnovers into just a horrible shooting night, and it's deflating. You know, you're running back in transition defense. On first glance, 97 points isn't that bad a number. But, you know, in transition defense and trying to just stop the game and burn every timeout that I had, you know, with 4 minutes to go, was just a poor performance. We just didn't have anything.
But Brett, is it something that they do as well? Because, I mean, you guys were the 10th team that they held under 50% shooting. Is it something that they do specifically?
Well, we actually were held to 8% shooting from the three-point line and 30% from the floor. I give them credit, no doubt, because, you know, they came in here 18 and 18. They're a playoff team. So I don't want to take anything away from the good defensive job that they have done and did at times tonight. I think that when you really look at some of our looks, you know, we had a rough time doing anything. We went small ball early and tried to just play downhill and attack. And when you're playing that way and you're missing shots, you know, you feel very disorganized and sloppy. And I give them some credit. And for us, we're going to dust it off, write it off as one of those nights.
But the other night, we talked so much about how well Mike and Tony played to close out a game, and they didn't look anything like they had 2 nights ago.
No, and we came out excited. You know, you come out, and there were stages of the game I thought we just needed a few buckets and we're going to get back in it. I mean, we've been down big all year, 17, 23, and, you know, found a way to claw back in it. You know, I thought, especially at home, that we had it in us to do that again. And the start of the third period was poor. You know, we came back in, and right off the bat, you know, you realized that it could be a long night. You know, that start of the third was disappointing when we subbed in the first to come in with that group, and then I had to blow that group up and start afresh again, you know, in the second period. We searched all night. We were lost most of the night, and that resulted, in my opinion, in our poorest game of the year.
I don't know if you had this in your tape, put any weight in this, but before the game, watching Michael shoot before, he seemed frustrated and kind of off. He didn't have very good timing on the shot.
In warm-ups?
Yeah, and he came off looking frustrated about it, and it seemed like it carried right into the game. Do you, with young guys, you have to keep mind of that sometimes they have to be able to let stuff like that roll off, or do you think that's just coincidence?
I think it's everybody. You know, the great players, there's an arrogance and I say it respectfully in all, you know, I think great pro athletes, they play the next play. Kobe Bryant is not worried if he goes 0 for 15, and neither was Ginobili. And that is, you know, maybe you're born with that, maybe you learn to develop that a little bit. I want our guys thinking like that, and to play the next play, live the new day. I think maybe there was some deflation in his mind, I'm not sure. I just know that as a group, you know, we really struggled, and as Dee pointed out, you know, our backcourt wasn't the backcourt that won the Cleveland game.